For this protocol, you will need a stopwatch, a 400-meter trek, and a heart rate monitor, which is optional. This test is a sub-maximal 1-mile track jogging test for 18 to 29-year-old men and women. You should select a comfortable, moderate jogging pace throughout the test. You will measure your post-exercise heart rate immediately following the test by using an optional heart rate monitor or using the palpation technique using either the radial or carotid sights. You will also record your time in minutes. The time duration should be at least 8 minutes for men and at least 9 minutes for women, and the post-exercise heart rate should not exceed 180 beats per minute. You must begin with a 2 to 3 minute warm-up by performing 4 to 5 dynamic stretches, and I will be demonstrating those 4 stretches, which are as follows. This stretch targets the quad muscles. This dynamic stretch focuses on the hamstring muscles. This stretch also targets the quadriceps and the hamstring muscles along with the calf muscles. This stretch targets the adductor and abductor muscles of the lower limbs. You must record your heart rate immediately after exercise. I will use the palpation technique, measuring my carotid artery, but you can also measure your radial artery, which is shown in this image. For the palpation technique, in order to get an accurate reading of your heart rate, you must measure the site, either the carotid or radial, for 15 seconds and multiply it by 4. Static stretching should be performed after the jog for about 5 minutes. The following are 4 examples of static stretches that can be performed after the 1-mile jog. Each stretch should be maintained for a total of 30 seconds to be effective by either alternating with pauses or maintaining the stretch continuously. The targeted muscles in this stretch are the hamstring muscles along with the lower back muscles. This stretch also targets the hamstring muscles and the lower back muscles. Targeted muscles here are the quadriceps and the adductor muscles. This stretch is targeting the quadricep muscles. The 1-mile jog equation, gender will be applied by either being 1 for males or 0 for females. A time conversion will be needed to convert seconds into a decimal. This will be done by dividing the number of seconds over 60 and applying that number into the amount of minutes, as shown on the example above. VO2 max will be calculated by plugging in body weight in kilograms, the converted time, heart rate, and gender into the equation shown here. The example shown above classifies my VO2 max of 46.73 at excellent. The Rockport walking test is also a submaximal test and will use the same equipment as the 1-mile jog. It determines cardiorespiratory fitness for men and women between the ages of 20 to 69. Clients must walk 1 mile as quickly as possible and take their heart rate immediately post-exercise. The method for heart rate will be the same as the 1-mile jog. Clients should warm up for 5 to 10 minutes before the test begins. You can also use the same dynamic stretches that were used at the beginning of the 1-mile jog test. You can also use the same static stretches at the end of the 1-mile walk to cool down. The gender and time conversion will be the same as the 1 mile jog for this equation. VO2 max will be calculated by plugging in body weight in pounds, age, the converted time, heart rate, and gender into the equation example shown here. My VO2 max example of 34.65 classifies me in the poor category.